Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas visiting with Olivia Scally from Big Brothers and Big Sisters. How did you get involved?
So I actually am originally from Cleveland, and I moved to the New Philadelphia area, which is where our office is located last June. Funny story is that I was working at Playhouse Square and had a kind of a background in nonprofit, and my husband got a new job in New Philadelphia, and I just Google searched nonprofits in New Philadelphia, and the heart of what Big Brothers and Big Sisters did, it was really convenient that they happened to have an office down the street from where we were, going to be moving to, and so I have fallen in love with it. And so I started actually as a mentoring specialist, and so a lot of the school programs, and had community matches that I supervised, and have now kind of transitioned back into what I started as more of a development and marketing role. So,
what a perfect fit.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
It's been great.
I love how God works.
Yes, absolutely.
So cool.
Yep.
So tell me about the need. Is it more kids needing a big than ever? Is it less? Where are we?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a funny story with our agency is when I started, we had about 50 kids on the waiting list, which was definitely a lot. And some of them have been waiting more than 2 years, just waiting for kind of that right fit of someone that could really kind of connect with them. But at this point, we are down to about 10 littles. So we've had a great influx of mentoring in our community, which has been awesome. I mean, we are definitely always looking for more, specifically male mentors. That's been kind of tricky. Of the kind of little over 10 now that are on our waiting list, only one of them is a girl. And so a lot of those boys just really need a male figure. Maybe they're lacking that somewhere else. But we are kind of, for the first time, looking for more referrals and more kids that we can serve too, which is exciting. So that's definitely a huge need always, is just more kids that we can connect with and more volunteers that are willing to kind of sacrifice some of that time. But yeah, that's definitely always primary.
What are the ages that we're talking about? Actually, everybody's ages. Ages of the children that we're talking about, and ages of the bigs that we're talking about.
Yeah. So we start our community-based program at 7, so we can enroll them at that age. And that technically goes all the way up to 18. We do stop enrolling around 13 years old, but if they're not matched by the time they're 13, we will still continue to look for a big for them. Usually just kind of that by that point, they're not as interested in getting matched or have a lot of other stuff going on. So the time commitment for the little is a little different after 13. School-based program, it just depends on the school. So some of them go as early as like kindergarten, first grade. Just depends on the school, so that age is a little different. For the volunteers, at school-based programs, we do look for high schoolers. They're able to volunteer their time. A lot of the schools, it's really convenient where they can just walk over during their lunch period, during the day. So it kind of just depends on the school. And then for community-based, it is 18 and up. Okay. So anybody over 18, we'll just do the background check and everything like that, but they can do the community-based program.
All righty. Who's eligible as far as children?
Yeah. I mean, we have a really broad range of backgrounds and things, and that's, I think, what makes different matches more successful and makes it easier to match different kids and other kids. Is some of them, like, I will say we had a family that 3 boys got enrolled and their father had ALS and passed away during the enrollment process, and really supportive family, really supportive mom, really, really great kids, but Mom just kind of said that, I don't know how to play sports or do things like that.
Exactly.
And would really like someone else that can kind of step in. And all 3 of those boys have been matched and just have a lot of fun with their bigs. So that's kind of one example. But then you also have, on the other hand, kids that have some behavioral issues, maybe some kind of incarcerated parent. We have some of those children as well. So it really has a broad range. And so, again, going back to kind of the interview process, we ask a kind of series of questions of what you're comfortable working with. So, if you're not comfortable working with someone that has any kind of behavioral issue or anything like that, we definitely wouldn't put you in a situation where you're with someone that, you wouldn't be comfortable working with. But it's pretty broad as far as the kids.
It's really a non-respecter of persons, isn't it? Needing a strong male or female role model in your life doesn't matter what socioeconomic group you're in, does it?
Exactly. No, not at all.
That's so interesting. Well, I know you've probably got some amazing stories, and we've got an event coming up, but let's hear some stories first. Tell me some real success stories.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I always think of my husband's little and just
Yeah.
thinking of that. And I mean, he's kind of at that age where he has a lot of questions about he's going into middle school and kind of relating to his peers. And like I said, he doesn't have any male kind of figure in his life right now, or actually ever. So just having someone to ask those questions to, that was something that his mom even brought up during their initial match meeting when everyone met, is that, he's asking me all these questions and I don't know how to answer them. And he just needs someone to talk to. And so seeing that, just really practical, but you don't really think about it, that when a child's growing up and they're changing and they have things that they want to ask, and to not have a guy around to ask those questions to, that, I mean, it's very practical, but has made a huge difference. So that's been really great. And then I always think of that match that I even mentioned earlier, as far as having a junior bridesmaid in her wedding and being matched for so long. So that is so fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, those always stand out to me.
It's almost just remarkable when we think about the amount of work on a single parent, whether it's by choice or by something that you had nothing to do with. And suddenly a person finds themselves having to be, and we say both mother and father, but that's not possible, is it, Olivia?
No.
We're asking them to think like a guy when they're not, or think like a girl when they're not. So this is an opportunity for these young people to really have something, a person in their life that can relate to them.
Absolutely.
Well, we really want to do everything we can to benefit you and to, we've talked about volunteering. Now let's talk about supporting you. What have you got coming up?
So in September, we do a pretty fun fundraiser that we kind of just started a couple years ago. This is the 3rd annual Pulling for Kids' Sake. So it takes place at the Route 250 parking lot at Newtown Mall in New Philadelphia.
Oh, fun.
And basically what it is, it's kind of the ultimate man versus machine competition. So kind of like a big tug of war. So we get a 15-ton truck and have teams of about 5 to 10 people that sign up and register to pull the truck. And so it's 25 feet, and we just kind of have a competition. We have a traveling trophy, which is a lot of fun. And so basically it's just however fast you can do it. But we have actually added another truck this year. So we have the 15-ton truck, and this year we're doing a lower division, which is an 8-ton truck.
So you're telling me people are able to actually pull this truck across
I think the big part is getting the momentum moving. But yes, it's a lot of fun to watch, and it's really cool because it's so big. It's intimidating to look at.
Is anyone behind the wheel of the truck?
They do have someone. They have it in neutral, and there's someone kind of behind the wheel just kind of making sure it doesn't go,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah, because what could possibly go wrong?
Exactly, yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's on a team? How many's on a team? How do you put together a team?
Sure. Yep. So last year we had about 8 teams that came together. Again, it was only the 2nd year, so that was really awesome. And some of them were companies. So we had like Route 250, which is where we hosted it. They put a team together. They're a gym in our area. And they had about 10 people that ended up doing it. And they definitely won the co-ed division. A lot of strong people on that team, which was really cool to say. But also we had some family teams. So anywhere from 5 to 10 we recommend. We do cap it at 10 just to be kind of fair. But I think 5 is a good minimum as far as being able to do it in a reasonable amount of time and for some healthy competition. But
do you have a weight minimum?
We do not.
Okay,
no,
good. All right.
And we actually have a couple youth groups that are thinking of doing it this year. And so especially with the 8-ton, I think that makes it a little easier. We also added another price range. So it is $40 for an adult, but that includes kind of the price to participate and have some fun. And also you get a T-shirt. And then we do $20 for students and minors, so anybody under 18.
My hat is off to you for coming up with a new kind of fundraiser.
We thought it was kind of fun. I mean, everybody does the golf outing, which we have one of those, and those others, other things like that. But we thought this was really fun and just a cool way to get the community together, too. It's an extra fun thing. And, even if you're not participating, you can come and just cheer on a team or just have some fun. So it's definitely a spectacle.
Do you bring in your littles? Do the bigs and littles work on it? They can make a team as well?
We do, yeah. We had a few that were able to come out last year, which was a lot of fun. And we had a staff team that some of the littles joined in on with us, so it was really cool to see.
Okay, I'm looking at the poster. No one's wearing gloves.
That's true.
I have not done a tug of war without wearing gloves, because that rope really is.
Yes, we
what
actually
what
have
do you
gloves.
provide, and what do
Yes.
we need to bring on our
Sure.
own?
Yeah, we do have gloves. There were some teams that brought their own last year, just kind of preference, but we do have some if you need them. And that's pretty much it. Just be ready to pull. So
You'll have the rope.
Yep, we have the truck, we have the rope, and we have a set of gloves if you need them. Definitely recommend the gloves because it's some serious rope burn. But yeah,
No kidding. How long does this take? Because it seems like a real quick fundraiser.
Sure. I mean, we kind of spaced it out a little bit. There were some other things going on last year, which we'll have some more this year. We had like a rock wall and like a bounce house, some things for the kids going around. We're looking at having a food truck this year, so we'll have some other things. It does tend to go a little quick, and then we did actually last year have a few people that wanted to try it solo. So just
You're kidding.
No, and they got it pretty far. I don't think they made it the 25
Wow.
feet that I remember. But it was just wanted to give it a try and see if they could do it. But that kind of fills some time, too, of people, testing it out and playing.
Remind me, did you say, is there a time limit?
Not really. So it's 25 feet, so kind of as fast as you can do it in that time.
Okay.
I wish I could recall what the fastest time was last year. It doesn't take that long, but it's a lot of fun to watch.
Pulling a giant truck
Yes.
across. Okay. So remind us the date and how to register and where
Sure.
we go again.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is September 15th. It's a Saturday. Registration will start at 9 o'clock, and we start at right about 10 o'clock. And so you can register online, or you could always give our office a call. Our office number is 330-339-6916.
Say that again, please.
Sure. It's 330-339-6916. Or you can visit our website. It's bigs4kids.com, and that's the number 4. So bigs4kids.com. And we do have an event portion on the website that you can register there.
I think there's probably somebody listening saying, oh, I know I need to do this. I really want to do this. But must you jump in and either do it or not do it? Is there a way to observe or see how this works before you commit?
I mean, you're definitely welcome to come and visit and watch it and always participate with us next year. I will be posting a video to our Facebook page if you want to follow us on Facebook. It's Big Brothers, Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. That'll have a lot of pictures and some things from last year. So that might help a little bit as well, kind of seeing how it actually played out and seeing some of the teams. But yeah, definitely, I mean, it's worth jumping into. Last year I had just started kind of when we had this event, so it was one of the first ones that I went to, and I just did it, and it was great.
So much fun. How about as far as being a big sister or a big brother as well? Is there a way to sort of observe somebody else and watch that relationship and see if it might be right for you?
Sure, yeah, that is something we're actually working on right now because that is a question we get kind of a lot, is kind of just creating a network of some of our current mentors that people can reach out to and talk to and ask questions with. You can always call our office and we can, recommend different things to you, or even if you want to start out with a school-based program. I know it's a little bit more structured, but what's nice is those are supervised, so there's always a mentoring specialist there, so it's a little less intimidating for a volunteer than just, kind of having a child and jumping out and doing things in the community. You have kind of a structure where you have an activity every week and, someone there to ask questions to. So that's kind of a nice way to start too. And I think that's why we get some transitions from school-based to community-based as well.
How gratifying is it, your work?
It's the best. Yeah. I actually have 2 school-based littles, which is a lot of fun. I have one in Carrollton and one in Dover, and they are the best. And so with all the work and craziness, it's really fun just to have some time where I can just sit and hang out with them and work on homework and just talk about stuff. And it's awesome.
Well, you want to support Pulling for Kids' Sake Saturday, September 15th at Newtown Mall parking lot. Take gloves or pick up some there and grab the end of a rope and pull a big truck over it. But most importantly, it's raising money for a very important cause. Olivia Scally, thank you so much for all you do in our community.
Yes, thank you.